Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new live pro wrestling talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. And I have to say, I am so pumped and excited for this episode today. We got a lot to discuss, a whole lot to discuss. This might end up being my favorite episode to this day of Pro Wrestling Talk. Like, so much is going on, so much to talk about. Like, I'm excited. I'm excited to get into our topics today and just let loose. Let y'all let loose. And let's do this. Let's do this. So today, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to start off finishing up New Japan Pro Wrestling's World Tag League and Super Junior Tag League. I will go over the final results for the World Tag League, like I said I would do before, since I didn't last time. So I'm gonna go do that. And World Wonder Ring Stardom. We got a lot to talk about with Stardom today. They have announced the 14 trios teams that will be competing in Stardom's first ever Triangle Derby at the beginning of next year. I'm looking so forward to that tournament. I cannot wait. Not only that, we're going to review Stardom New Blood number 6. Not to mention, there was a special announcement that there will be a new set of championships for Stardom in the form of the New Blood Tag Team Championships. So Stardom is busy. It's really, really busy. Also, before all that, back in New Japan Pro Wrestling, I'll also do a mini preview of the card, the full card for Wrestle Kingdom 17. So I'll be sure to do that as well. And then after all the Stardom talk, we'll get into AEW. They just recently had Winter's Coming. And also, we'll dive into WWE as well. There's quite a bit going on with WWE, including the very, some would say, controversial release of Mandy Rose. So we're gonna talk about it all, because there's a lot of mixed opinions out there about the release of Mandy Rose. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of this. But first, we are going to start off with actually, there's a couple of things I want to dig into. So before getting into the World Tag League and Super Junior Tag League finals, so Tokyo Sports Awards were given out. I wanted to also mention this. Tokyo Sports Awards were given out, and Kazuchika Okada ended up taking MVP, which apparently this is his 5th MVP award. This is for the Tokyo Sports Awards 2022. You had Okada taking MVP. This his 5th MVP. He also got Match of the Year for his match against Will Ospreay at the G1 Climax 32 Finals. So they take on Match of the Year. United Empire, the Great Okan was recognized with the Fighting Spirit Award. Interesting enough, the Best Tag Team Award went to Jeff Cobb and the Great Okan. That one kind of surprised me. That one kind of surprised me. I did not expect that. El Lindemann ended up getting the award for Best Technique. And then the women were also honored, as the Female MVP award went to Stardom's Shuri. That's right. So Shuri wins the female MVP award. But yeah, so not only she wins the female MVP award, Tokyo Sports Award, but also remember she won the PWI's top woman wrestler for this year. So congratulations to Shuri, really making her mark this year, and has had a pretty dang on good run as World of Stardom champion as well, since winning it last year in December, Stardom Dream Queendom. But yeah, just wanted to make sure to announce those awards. But congratulations for Okada taking his 5th MVP award. So really good stuff. Anyway, let's get into the tournaments. So we want to quickly go into our final results for the World Tag League. So let me pull these results up right quick. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So, the final standings for the World Tag League. So, finishing at the bottom with 2 points on a final record of 1-8. Ugh, yikes. Are the team of Alex Conklin and Gabriel Kidd. The one win was over Evil and Yujiro, and then the losses were against Tanahashi Yano, Bishamon, Naito Sanada, Okan and Hanare, Aussie Open, TMDK, Suzuki and Archer, Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens. Ugh. So, not too good of a finish for them. Finishing with 4 points was the team of Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens. Finished with a record of 2-7. Unfortunately, 5 of those they had to forfeit due to death in the family of Chase Owens. But the victories were over Evil and Yujiro, Conklin and Kidd. The losses were to Tanahashi, Yano, Suzuki, and Archer. And then the forfeits were to Bishamon, Naito Sanada, Okan, Hanare, Aussie Open, and TMDK. Okay, finishing with 6 points was the team of Evil and Yujiro Takahashi. They finished with a record of 3-6. Wins over Tanahashi Yano, Naito Sanada, and Suzuki and Archer. Losses to Bishamon, Alex Conklin, Gabriel Kidd, Okan Hanare, Aussie Open, and TMDK, and Fale Owens. Okay. We had 2 teams tied at 8 points, which were Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toru Yano, and Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer. So let's start with Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer. So 8 points. They finished with a record of 4-5, with victories over Tanahashi Yano, Conklin and Kidd, Okan Hanare, and Fale Owens. They had losses to Bishamon, Naito Sanada, Aussie Open, TMDK, and Evil Yujiro. Also, it has been announced that at the end of this year, Suzuki-gun will disband. And each will go their own separate ways and pursue their own paths. So, felt like that was kind of interesting. Kind of an interesting announcement. But yeah, Suzuki-gun's going to be disbanding. I mean, I don't know if this is going to eventually lead to, I don't know, maybe Minoru Suzuki retiring or whatnot, but I thought it was a very interesting and kind of shocking announcement. But we'll see how Suzuki-gun finishes. But I just thought that was really interesting. Hiroshi Tanahashi Toru Yano also finishes with a record of 4-5. Victories over Bishamon, Conklin Kidd, TMDK, and Fale Owens. Losses to Naito Sonata, Okan Hanare, Aussie Open, Suzuki Archer, and Evil Yujiro. Alrighty, we had one team that finished with 10 points, which were Great Okan and Aaron Hanare of United Empire. So they finished with a record of 5-4. They had victories over Tanahashi Yano, Conklin Kidd, TMDK, Evil Yujiro, and had the forfeit victory over Fale and Owens. They had losses to Bishamon, Naito Sonata, Aussie Open, Suzuki Archer. Okay, we had two teams that finished with 12 points, which were the teams of Tetsuya Naito and Sonata, and TMDK's Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes. Okay, let's look at TMDK. They finished with a record of 6-3. They had victories over Conklin Kidd, Naito Sonata, Aussie Open, Suzuki Archer, Yujiro, and Evil, and they had the forfeit victory over Fale Owens. They lost to Tanahashi Yano, Bishamon, and Okan and Hanare. And then you had Naito and Sonata also finishing with a record of 6-3. 12 points as well. Victories over Tanahashi Yano, Conklin Kidd, Okan Hanare, Aussie Open, Suzuki Archer, and the forfeit victory over Fale Owens. And they had losses to Bishamon, TMDK, and Evil Yujiro. And then your two teams that finished as finalists, both with 14 points, with a final record of 7-2, are Aussie Open and Bishamon. These are the two teams that met in the finals. Let's start with Aussie Open's Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher. So 14 points, 7-2. They had victories over Tanahashi Yano, Bishamon, Conklin Kidd, Okan Hanare, Suzuki Archer, Evil Yujiro, and the forfeit victory over Fale and Owens. So they actually had beaten Bishamon during the tournament. So something to keep in mind. And then Bishamon, which is Hiroki Goto Yoshihashi, also 7-2. Their victories were over Conklin Kidd, Naito Sonata, Okan Hanare, TMDK, Suzuki Archer, Evil Yujiro, and the forfeit victory over Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens. And then they had the two losses to Tanahashi Yano and Aussie Open. So those are your final results for the World Tag League, getting to the finals, that is. So Bishamon and Aussie Open were your two finalists. And, of course, for the Super Junior Tag League, the finalists were Chris Bay, Ace Austin, and Leo Rush and Yo. So let's get into those. First off, I want to give congratulations to the Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, for successfully defending the IWGP, the open weight, the never open weight championship. So defeated Hikuleo. Decent match, overall decent match. And then, of course, afterwards got confronted by Tama Tonga, and they were trying to trade gun stun attempts until Carl Anderson finally hit his gun stun. But yeah, of course, Carl Anderson, who's also signed with WWE, was able to still defend the never open weight title. So thought that was really cool. Okay. And then the matches, the finals. The Super Junior Tag League finals came down to Lio Rush and Yo versus Chris Bay and Ace Austin. Incredible match. Incredible match. It was definitely back and forth. These two teams definitely showed that they deserve to be in the finals. And my pick was originally Bullet Club's Chris Bay, Ace Austin. But in their first time teaming together, their first run together as a tag team, Lio Rush and Yo actually picked up the victory and are your 2022 Super Junior Tag League winners. I was shocked. I was really, really shocked. Very shocked. Good afternoon, John Elite. Machine Gun at Wrestle Kingdom? Yeah. Yep. Confirmed. He's already been given the nod to attend. So yes, it's been confirmed. But yeah, Yo and Lio Rush are your Super Junior Tag League winners. I was really shocked because this was their first run teaming together. And of course, Lio Rush is now official member of Chaos. But yeah, Lio Rush and Yo showed great chemistry throughout this whole tournament and ended up winning it. So that means that Lio Rush and Yo are owed an IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship at Wrestle Kingdom. So congratulations to those two. But Chaos wasn't done just yet, because you also had Chaos in the World Tag League Finals as Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi, last year's winners, went up against a hot, fiery Aussie Open of Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis. This match was incredible as well. Now remember, Aussie Open originally beat Bishamon during the tournament. But Bishamon was able to get their revenge when it meant the most. And Bishamon, for the second year in a row, wins the World Tag League. So Chaos ends up dominating both tournaments. Wow. Did not expect that, because Aussie Open had been on a hot streak. Even though they had lost the NJPW Strong open-weight tag team titles, of course, to the Motor City Machine Guns, they've been on a hot streak in this tournament. I think they were undefeated for like 5 or 6 matches straight before they finally lost. But Bishamon showed why they were the better team, and for the second year in a row, wins the World Tag League. So that means Bishamon will get an IWGP Tag Team Championship match at Wrestle Kingdom. So congratulations to Chaos for dominating both of these tournaments, which will lead into a mini preview of Wrestle Kingdom 17. So Wrestle Kingdom 17 will be on January 4th. I'm looking so forward to this. And, oh yeah, the venue of Wrestle Kingdom 17 will be in the Tokyo Dome, as usual. But yeah, Wednesday, January 4th. So, the card. Here, we'll start from the bottom. Just, preview. Got quite a card here. The kickoff match will be a 3-minute exhibition match between Ryohei Oiwa versus Bolton Oleg. So 3-minute exhibition. I'm a little bit familiar with Ryohei, but not the other guy. So that ought to be interesting. I'm gonna definitely check that out for sure. But that's your opening, your kickoff match number 1. There's also going to be a KOPW 2023 qualifier New Japan Rambo, which is something that they've been doing the last couple of years at Wrestle Kingdom. They do a New Japan Rambo for the KOPW trophy. So definitely looking forward to that. Those are your 2 kickoff matches for Wrestle Kingdom 17. And then you have the Antonio Enoki Memorial match, which is in the form of a 6-man tag team match. Of course, this is to honor the late, recently passed Antonio Enoki. The teams will be Yuji Nagata, Satoshi Kojima, and Togi Makabe going up against the team of Tatsumi Fujinami, Minoru Suzuki, and Tiger Mask. Woo! I'm looking forward to this match. A lot of star power in that match. Tatsumi Fujinami has my favorite submission, the Dragon Sleeper. And of course, Tiger Mask, Minoru Suzuki. Definitely liking that team. But hey, Yuji Nagata, Satoshi Kojima, Togi Makabe is another strong team as well. So that should be a very great match. Definitely to honor Antonio Inoki. Okay, and then we're going to get into some championship matches, y'all. So the winners of the Super Junior Tag League, Leo Rush and Yo of Chaos, will get their shot at the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships held by Catch 22 of United Empire, which is TJP and Francesco Akira. So that should be a really good match. Definitely looking forward to that. And we're going to see the ladies of Stardom in action, as we're going to get our very first defense of the IWGP Women's Championship. As the champion, Kairi will defend against the leader of Cosmic Angels and one half of the Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Champions, Tam Nakano. Definitely looking forward to this. These two ladies at once teamed together around the time after Kairi returned to Stardom. So it's interesting. We're going to see these two ladies go at it after not too long ago teaming up. So looking forward to this match. Okay, FTR will be on the biggest stage in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom, as they will defend the IWGP Tag Team Championships against the winners of the World Tag League, Chaos's Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi. Woo-wee! Now, FTR has had some Match of the Year candidates this year, quite a bit. Whew. Them against Bishamon, they're going to really, really be tested. Really be tested. Because these are also championships Bishamon have won before. So FTR is going to have quite a challenge. But it should be exciting. Could be a Match of the Year candidate for 2023. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm looking forward to it. What a big way for FTR to start the new year off. Wrestle Kingdom style. I love it. I'm from North Carolina, so I got to show them extra special love. Okay, we have the new IWGP, or actually it's called the NJPW World Television Championship. Will finally crown an individual as the tournament finals comes down to Ren Narita versus Zack Sabre Jr. Whoo, man. History making right there. A new championship for the new year. Definitely looking forward to that. We also got the Never Openweight Championship on the line as the Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, the champion, after having a successful defense over Hikuleo, will defend against Tama Tonga at Wrestle Kingdom. So, I don't know. We could see this as maybe Carl Anderson gets dethroned at Wrestle Kingdom. Don't know, but it'll be interesting to see what happens because he is signed with WWE as well. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we have a very special tag team match, very special 6-man tag team match. This will be Keiji Muto's final match in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, he recently had his final match as the Great Muta at NJPW historic crossover, in NJPW Stardom historic crossover. But yeah, this will be his final match as Keiji Muto in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And the match, we will have the team of Shota Umino, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Keiji Muto taking on LIJ's Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, and Bushi. So, pretty insane 6-man tag match there. But hopefully it will be a great final showing for Keiji Muto at Wrestle Kingdom in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Looking forward to it. Okay, we also got a fatal 4-way for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. As the champion, Bone Soldier Taiji Ishimori defends against Hiromu Takahashi, El Desperado, and Master Wato. Woo! Tough task for the Bone Soldier. But it should be good. 4 very great competitors for this match. And then we have a match that everybody has been waiting patiently for. And this is for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship as the Billy Goat, the leader of United Empire, the champion, Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin, will defend against the cleaner, Kenny Omega. Whoo, man, there's been crazy buildup, especially through social media, through promos for this matchup. This could be the match that steals the show in its entirety. Will Ospreay has had a lot of 5-star matches, and I'm pretty sure this one's going to get added. Barring anything crazy botchy happening, I'm pretty sure this is going to end up being a 5-star classic. So be sure you strap into your seat. Be sure you strap into your seat for this. Anyways, and it's one part of a double main event. One part of a double main event. So part 2 will be for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, as the winner of this year's G1 Climax 32, Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, will get his shot against the Bullet Club leader Switchblade Jay White. These two, who know each other very well, and that Jay White has dominated over Okada. He has a record of 4-1 against Okada. So, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be really, really crazy. John Lee says that promo Omega cut on Ospreay after Dynamite a few months ago was fire. Oh, yes, indeed, John Lee. Yes, indeed. Highly agree. Highly agree. And you know what? Like I said, I think it's going to be fire. So Wrestle Kingdom 17. Woo-wee! What a way to start the new year off for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Y'all, this event's going to be fire. It's going to be so huge. Cannot wait. So that is your full card for Wrestle Kingdom 17. As it gets closer to the date, I'll do my official preview and give my predictions. John Lee says, Wrestle Kingdom 17 looks good. So many good matches on the card. Oh, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. Definitely. Whew. And check this out, y'all. The day after Wrestle Kingdom is New Year's Dash, January 5th. And they're doing something extra special. January 5th, New Year's Dash. The whole card will be a mystery card. We won't know the matches until the wrestlers make their entrance. Now, this was something, remember, they did this earlier, or not earlier, but a couple of months ago at the night before Rumble on 44th Street. So they're going to bring that back here for New Year's Dash. A complete mystery card for New Year's Dash. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And New Year's Dash will also, well, actually, New Year's Dash will be at the Ota City General Gymnasium in Tokyo, Japan. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see. And then don't forget, Wrestle Kingdom 17 and Yokohama Arena will be on Saturday, January 21st. So that's pretty much like a Wrestle Kingdom 17 Part 2. So keep an eye out for that. And then, just a couple of other dates to mention. We got the New Beginning in Nagoya. That's January 22nd. So that's a day after Wrestle Kingdom 17 in Yokohama. Then they're going to do the Road to the New Beginning tour. That's going to be from January 24th going up through February 1st. Some of those events will be cheering events as well. And then you got the New Beginning in Sapporo, which will be 2 days, February 4th and February 5th. And then another Road to the New Beginning tour. And then they got the New Beginning in Osaka, February 11th. So they got 3 New Beginning shows to look forward to. And then you got New Japan Pro Wrestling will be in the States, San Jose, California, February 18th for Battle in the Valley. So that should be really fun. And then NJPW is going to be teaming with CMLL for Fantastica Mania 2023. They got a tour for that that lasts from February 22nd up through February 28th. So we got a lot to look forward to, New Japan Pro Wrestling related, in January and February. So hope y'all are ready. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. All righty. Now it's time to dive into some World Wonder Ring Stardom. So before I get into Stardom New Blood 6, which of course I'm prepared for, check it out. New Blood logo. We finally got the announced 14 teams for Stardom's first ever Triangle Derby. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Triangle Derby 1 will start January 3rd. So it will be January 3rd, and the finals. Wait, where do they have the finals? Let me see where they have the finals. Thought I had it written down somewhere. But I'll pull it up shortly. But yeah, it kicks off January 3rd. So this is pretty much going to be ran pretty much just like, the Goddess of Stardom Tag League, also just like the, G1 Climax, stuff like that. Oh, here we go. So Triangle Derby I will start on January 3rd, and the finals will be on March 4th. March 4th. So from January 3rd to March 4th. March 4th will be your finals. Okay, now that we got that, let's take a look at the announced teams. Okay, 2 blocks, 7 teams on each block. You got the triangle red block, or the red triangle block, and you have the blue triangle block. Let's take a look at the red triangle block. So we got the team H&M, which is made up of Mayu Iwatani, Hanan, and Momokogo. Ooh, that's a lot of weight for Mayu Iwatani to carry. But I mean, you got a good team here. Mayu Iwatani, the icon of Stardom, the leader of stars. Hanan, a former Future of Stardom champion. Momokogo, one of my favorite rising stars in Stardom. But I like the team. I definitely like the team. I hope they will do well. But yeah, that's the team H&M. And then we got Queen's Quest, made up of Utami Hayashishita, Saya Kamatani, and Azumi. I'm going to tell you right now, this team may be the favorite to win the red triangle block. I mean, you got Utami Hayashishita, the leader of Queen's Quest, the former World of Stardom champion. Azumi, the current high-speed champion who's been on a roll. Saya Kamatani, the current Wonder of Stardom champion who's been on a roll. So a lot of star power on that team. So honestly, I would not be surprised if Queen's Quest won the red triangle block, because that's a strong team. You also have Cosmic Angels. This is the team of the leader, Tam Nakano, Natsupoi, and Saki. So you got Meltier on this team, the current Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Champions, and Saki as well. This is also a strong team. This is a strong team as well. Could definitely do some damage in the red triangle block. Definitely like this team. Could be a contender. Could be a contender for the finals. Okay, the next team we have are the Bari Bari Bombers, which is made up of Donna Del Mundo's Julia, Thekla, and Mai Sakurai. Bari Bari means furious max power, which they picked the name after going through the whole being blown up at Stardom and Showcase. But yeah, another great trios, led by Julia, the leader of Donna Del Mundo, who has a upcoming World of Stardom Championship match at Stardom Dream Queendom. Okay. Definitely like this team. Thekla, it's been really good seeing her back in action since returning from her the last injury she had. So, but yeah. And of course, Mai Sakurai has had great chemistry with Julia. So I have a feeling that this could be a sleeper team for sure. And then we have the team called Unique Glare. Unique Glare, which is made up of Starlight Kid, Ruaka, and Diana's Haruka Umesaki, which I'm not sure if we're going to get her or Karma. They have it listed as Haruka Umesaki, but I'm pretty sure she's going to end up being Karma. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But Haruka and Starlight Kid have chemistry together, so this trios team isn't really a surprise. But pretty neat name, Unique Glare. I definitely like the name. I like the name. Let's see. Okay. And then you have the team of Power Passion Pineapple. Yeah, that's right. Power Passion Pineapple. And this is in the form of Nanae Takahashi, Yu, and Yuna Mizumori. Quite an interesting team. A very interesting team. Of course, Nanae Takahashi and Yu won the Goddess of Stardom Tag League. Yuna Mizumori, the Pineapple Girl, who can sing as well, being added to this trios team is quite interesting. It's quite interesting. Let's see. I definitely feel like this team is a threat in the red block for sure. This team is a threat, definitely a threat. Could be a contender to win the red triangle block as well. And then we have X, Double X, and Triple X, which is a mystery team. The details for this team will be announced at a later date. So a lot of people looking at the image, because they do have an image, you just can't see who it is. A lot of folks are trying to figure out who this mystery trios team is for the red triangle block. My guess is one of them looks like Fuwa-chan that just recently had her debut. I think one of them's Fuwa-chan. There was a lot of folks that say that one of them could be Mina Shirakawa. One of them could be Mina Shirakawa. But honestly, I know some folks are thinking maybe one of them is Sasha Banks, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get our answer, within probably a week or two. Because remember, the tournament starts January 3rd, so we're gonna have to know before that, unless they're gonna, surprise us the day of, which could happen. But yeah, so those are your 7 teams for the red triangle block. Now, let's take a look at the blue triangle block. Blue triangle block. You have first team, you have Abare Rainbow GE, which is God's Eye. Abare Rainbow means wild, rowdy, rough. And this is the team of Shuri, the leader of God's Eye, Mirai, and Ami Sourei. So Shuri, the current World of Stardom champion, Ami Sourei, the current Future of Stardom champion, and Mirai, this year's Cinderella tournament winner. Tough team. Definitely a lot of star power there, and could be one to win the blue triangle block. Very possible. The next team we have is called Classmates, which apparently all 3 of these ladies were born in the time frame of April 2nd to the following year, April 1st, from 97 to 98. So kind of interesting. But Classmates is made up of stars as Hazuki Koguma and Saya Ida. You know what? I actually really like this team, which I'm already a fan of Fukuoka Double Crazy. But adding Saya Ida to the mix, I actually like this trios team. I really do. Hope they can do some damage. But yeah, I definitely like this trios team. And then you have the team of, this is a really interesting team, Mai Hime with C. Mai Hime with C. And that is in the form of Micah, Himeka, and Lady C. interesting. Very interesting team. Whew. Micah and Hamek, whoa, they're going to have to really carry this team because, you know, Lady C is prone to eat the pins. So, but, you know, it's a new year. Anything can happen. So we'll see. But Lady C might be the weak link to their team. And I hate to say that because I like Lady C, but y'all know how it is. That have been watching Stardom, you know how it is. Next up, you have the team of Lollipop, which is oh man. The team of Waka Tsukiyama, Rina Amakura, and Yuko Sakurai, the last two being members of the Color subunit of Cosmic Angels. So, they might end up being the team that eats the most losses. I mean, with Waka on there, I got to keep it real. Just got to keep it real. But it's a new year. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in the new year. Anything can happen. But we'll see how they do. We'll see how they do. And then you have Prominence. Ooh. This is going to be a dangerous and deadly team. Prominence, made up of Risa Sera, Suzu Suzuki, and Kurumi Hiragi. Ooh. Now, they could definitely be the favorites to not only win the Blue Triangle block, but win the tournament, the Triangle Derby itself. We'll see. We'll definitely see. They have an Artist of Stardom trios title shot at Stardom Dream Queendom coming up. So it's another thing to keep in mind. Who knows? They may end up walking into this tournament champions. We'll see. Okay. And then we have Oedo Tai, which is made up of Natsuko Tora, Momo Watanabe, and Saki Kashima. Saki Kashima and Shuri are in the same block yet again. Oh, man. It's funny. Saki Kashima, ever since getting a pin on Shuri, has been afraid of Shuri. And Shuri's been trying to give her a World of Stardom championship match, but Saki's like, heck no. I just find that really funny. Really, really funny. I find that really funny. Anyway. And then the final team for the Blue Triangle block is called Rebel X Enemy. Or just Rebel Enemy. And it's a very interesting team, but it's a team that I can get behind. It's a team of Ram Kaicho, Maya Yukihi, and Maika Ozaki. Of course, Maika Ozaki just recently competed in Stardom New Blood 6, which we'll go over after this. Maya Yukihi, that I got to meet for the first time when she wrestled at DPW Victory Lap against Jungle Kiona, her first time wrestling in the States. So I got a chance to meet her. She's from the Ice Ribbon promotion. And Ram Kaicho, she's been all over the place in Japan. But, yeah, this is quite a hybrid team. Quite a hybrid team. I'm very curious to see how this goes. I think this is Maya Yukihi's first time wrestling in a Stardom ring. So I'm very curious to see how she does. So definitely like what they have here. Do they have a Rebel heart? Very possible. Very possible, John Elite. I like what you did there. Very possible. But those are your 7 Blue Triangle block teams. So 14 trios teams, 2 blocks. I am so pumped for this tournament. I cannot wait until it starts. Like I said, starts January 3rd, will last till March 4th. March 4th will be the finals. So definitely looking forward to that. Now, let's get into reviewing of Stardom New Blood number 6. Stardom New Blood 6. Can't believe they're already at 6. First match was Miyu Amasaki versus Miran. Miran is from the Diana women's wrestling promotion. This was actually a good match. This was my first time seeing Miran. I thought this was a very good match. Miran has really great drop kicks. But Miyu was able to get the victory. But it was definitely a good back and forth match. And Miyu looked strong. But I got to give Miran credit. She looked good in this match. I didn't think she was going to win, but she looked good in this match. But good opening match. Okay, next up we had another singles match, which is Rina going up against Sane Takebayashi, which apparently she's from a promotion called Best Body Women's Wrestling, which apparently Mina Shirakawa was once a champion for that promotion. So I thought that was interesting. Thought that was really interesting. And Sane came out with kind of a Princess Jasmine gimmick. I mean, in the ring gear and the entrance and just a lot of stuff she was doing kind of reminded me of Princess Jasmine from Aladdin. It was interesting. It was really interesting. But she looked good. She looked good in this match. But Rina was just a little too much and was able to finish her off, hitting a gory bomb, getting the 1, 2, 3. But that Sane Takebayashi, she was kind of cool. The whole Princess Jasmine gimmick. I thought that was really cool. Okay. We had a trios match next. We had God's Eye versus Stars. We had God's Eye's Mirai Tomoka Inaba and Nanami debuting for the first time as a new member of God's Eye, taking on Stars Hanan, Sayaida, and Momokogo. This was definitely a match that I enjoyed. One of my favorite matches of the card. Enjoyed it from start to finish. Nanami looks like she can hang, which she's also from the Diana wrestling promotion as well. But you know what? She looked like she could hang. I don't know. Maybe there's a future for her in God's Eye, you know? But all 6 of these ladies looked excellent. Was definitely digging this match. But poor Momokogo, as she fell victim to the Miramare submission, as Mirai was able to submit her to get the victory for God's Eye. Oh, man. Why did they do my girl Momokogo like that? But it's all good. It's all good. It was still a great match. Okay. Next up, we had a tag team match. We had the team of Cosmic Angels, Tam Nakano, and Waka Tsukiyama taking on the team of Ram Kaicho and Maika Ozaki. Man, here's what bothered me about this match. I mean, it was definitely a good match. Waka Tsukiyama looked good. But here's my thing. There was a perfect moment for Waka to get the pin and get the victory for her team. Tam hit a violent shooting and then turn around and they both did a running knee attack. Both pretty much did a running violent shooting. And then Waka went and did the little straight jacket edge-o-matic that usually Edge does, and then went for the pin. I'm like, Tam Nakano has won matches with the violent shooting before. Why didn't she just go for the pin after she hit violent shooting? Waka was already the legal woman. Why didn't she just go for the pin after Tam hit violent shooting? Waka could have gotten her first victory. Why? Although I do give her credit, she did kick out even after getting a fistful of ectoplasm thrown in her face from Ram Kaicho, who threw some in Tam Nakano as well. But seriously, though, Waka could have picked up the victory for this team if she would have just went for the pin after Tam hit Violet shooting. She didn't even go for the pin after they hit the double team Violet shooting. It's like they're making it so unbelievable now of how they're having Waka lose. And this is an example. Like, it's just unbelievable now. That part of the match just really irritated me. Micah gets the victory for her team, submitting Waka with the torture rack. But I really hated how that went down because Waka could have gotten her first win. We had another tag team match. We had the team of Starlight Kid and Karma taking on Donna Del Mundo's Mai Sakurai and Tekla. This was quite a wacky match. Karma, which is the alter ego of Haruka Umisaki from Diana, she was being all weird and zombie-like, and especially before the match. This was quite a wild match, and Tekla and Mai Sakurai looked good. They had good chemistry in this match. And then it just got to the point where Karma just really didn't care anymore. She didn't care. Fireball to Mai Sakurai's face, even a fireball to the ref's face, which would lead to the ref awarding Mai Sakurai and Tekla the disqualification victory. But yeah, Karma didn't care. She's like, screw it. I just want to hit folks with fireballs. I don't care. Bump the match. Fireball to the face. One for you, one for you, one for you. I don't care. I'm just throwing fireballs to people's faces. So Mai Sakurai and Tekla get the DQ victory. Okay, next up we had a passion injection singles match as Lady C of Queen's Quest took on Nanae Takahashi. And I have to tell you right now, this, I have to say, is probably one of Lady C's best matches. Even though she didn't get the victory, which she has gotten a victory before, I have to say this is one of Lady C's best matches in Stardom. I mean, she looked really good. She was hitting Nanae Takahashi with everything. Choke slam. That Cobra clutch type submission. I mean, big boots to the face repeatedly. Lady C looked really good in this match. One of her best. But just wasn't quite enough to put away the first ever World of Stardom champion, as Nanae Takahashi was able to finish her off with a Nanaraka. So, Lady C gave an excellent effort. It also looked like after the match, Waka Tsukiyama came in, and I'm guessing that she challenged Nanae Takahashi. She wants a passion injection match as well, which I guess that's what went down. There'll probably be more details about that, but that was my guess of what went down. John Elite says, so Karma is Haruka's equivalent to the demon. You could say that. It's pretty much like her dark alter ego, pretty much. Kind of like how Mina Shirakawa had like a crazy gesture, alter ego. Think of it kind of like that in a sense. So maybe demon-like, dark-like sort of thing. But yes, yeah, I would say that. Let's see. Let me get a swig of orange juice. And then the main event of New Blood number 6 was for the Future of Stardom Championship. As the champion, God's Eyes Ami Sourei takes on Ruaka of Oedo Tai. Now, of course, remember, Ruaka is a former Future of Stardom champion. Ami Sourei, not too long ago, won the Future of Stardom championship, defeating Hanan. This was definitely a great match. Both ladies looked really good. It's another showdown between two power fighters, and it definitely did not disappoint. But took 2 tries, but Ami Sourei was eventually able to hit the like a thunderbolt on Ruaka and pick up the 1-2-3 victory. And Ami Sourei has a successful first defense of her newly won Future of Stardom championship. And then, after the match, Mai Sakurai comes to the ring. And I'm guessing she ends up challenging Ami Sourei for a title shot, which, honestly, I didn't think Mai Sakurai would meet the requirements, because I knew she was in her 30s, but then when I looked her up, she's only been wrestling for like 2 years, so she still qualifies to challenge for the Future Stardom Championship. So yeah, which I think this will be her first title shot in Stardom if this goes through. So I would love to see that. I would definitely love to see that. But Ami Sourei stands in victory. So that was Stardom New Blood. I also want to mention they made an announcement that there's going to be a tournament to crown the inaugural New Blood Tag Team Champions. That's right. So we got another set of championships for Stardom. So they're going to do a tournament, which will start at Stardom New Blood number 7, which will be on January 20th of next year. And it will last all the way to the finals, which will be at a new event called New Blood Premium on March 25th in Yokohama Budokan. So yeah, y'all, they're going to crown New Blood Tag Team Champions. So a new set of belts to be showcased on the Stardom New Blood shows. And they're going to do a tournament starting at New Blood 7. I can't wait for that. Stardom making moves, y'all. Two new tournaments, a new set of championships. Stardom is bringing the fire. Just like New Japan Pro Wrestling, don't sleep on Stardom. They're bringing the fire. So I can't wait until they announce the competitors for that tournament. And also, don't forget, we got Stardom Dream Queendom coming up, number 2, coming up December 29th. That'll be the last big Stardom event for the year. So keep an eye out for that. Okay. Let's go into AEW. AEW. They had Winter is Coming this past Wednesday. They had the 4th match in the Best of 7 series between the Elite and Death Triangle. Of course, another solid match. I know at the beginning I wasn't really a fan of the idea of a Best of 7 series, because I just feel like that just drags it out. But with these two trios having such excellent chemistry with each other. I mean, it doesn't really get old. So it doesn't really get old. But once again, Death Triangle just happens to be the best team and showing once again why they are still the champs. And now go up 3-1. Of course, they did use the hammer again. They go up 3-1 in this best of 7 series, which means they are 1 win away from winning the series. Now, afterwards, Kenny Omega made a challenge. He challenged that, so y'all want to use hammers. It's going to be like that? It's going to be like that? Y'all want to use hammers? You know what? Why don't we just use anything? How about weapons are free? How about no rules? How about the next match, no DQ? Why not? Why not? So the next match will be a no DQ. So that will be match 5. Yeah, match 5. John Elite says they also announced stipulations for the remaining match. Wait, for the remaining matches? Wait. They did? I thought it was just no DQ for this match. I thought it was just the one match they announced. They announced it for the rest of them as well? If that's the case, that's kind of a dead giveaway that it's going to go to 7 matches. I mean, I get it, but I mean, where's the shock factor? At least don't kill the shock factor. Wow, they announced the remaining stipulations for the rest of the matches? With them doing that, it's kind of a dead giveaway that it's going to go the full 7 matches. I don't know. It's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. But yeah, I didn't know that they did that. Wow. Interesting. The Acclaim got jacked up. Max Caster was starting to do his rap. Then got jumped from behind by Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh, and Jeff Jarrett. Max Caster took a guitar to the face, head, all that. So match 5, no DQ, 6 falls count anywhere, and 7's a ladder match. Interesting. But that's cool and all. It just kind of kills the shock wow factor mentally, because it's like with them announcing that, we can already assume that it's going to go to 7 matches. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just kind of messed up to do that. Just mentally. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Because with them doing that, then we can already assume it's going to go all 7 matches. So. But it is what it is. Should be exciting, though, I guess. But yeah. The Acclaim got jacked up. Caster took a guitar shot. I was impressed that Jungle Boy. Wow. Jungle Boy got the victory over Brian Cage. Well, it was a roll-up. It was a roll-up. It wasn't like he submitted him with the snare trap. But still. And, of course, Brian Cage, remember, he's 1/3 of the ROH World 6-Man Tag Team Champions. And then, after that match, he called out Big Bill. He wants Big Bill. He's beaten Luchasaurus. He's beaten Brian Cage. I want Big Bill. Then, of course, that led to him getting jacked up, including getting jacked up by Big Bill. But Hook came down, cleared house. Well, not like he had to put his hands on anybody. Everybody just left the ring. And he helped up Jungle Boy. Didn't say a word, just let me give you a hand there. Without saying that. And then helped him up. But yeah. The Firm, I really don't like this pairing. The Firm with Lee Moriarty and Big Bill. And I'm not feeling this faction, in all honesty. The Firm, I mean, I like Stokely Hathaway. The folks that are in it, I'm just not feeling this faction. But at least Lee Moriarty doesn't have the stupid green hair anymore, because that looked ugly. Hangman Adam Page didn't look too good. Maybe it's just me, but Hangman Adam Page didn't look too good. Like, I don't know if we're going to get that Hangman Moxley match anytime soon. I think they're just building it up to like Hangman not being cleared and just, I don't know. Maybe it becomes an unsanctioned fight. I don't know. Moriarty looked ridiculous with the green hair. Ridiculous is an understatement. That's an understatement. Oh man. The House of Black just annihilated the Factory like it was nothing. House of Black look extremely strong, but it's really good to have them back. Really, really good to have them back. Malachi Black, Julia Hart, Brody King, Buddy Matthews. Love it, love it, love it. I hope in due time they will get into the AEW World Trios Championship picture, because they definitely deserve a run. I honestly would have liked for them to be the first champions, but it is what it is. QT Marshall still had his jacket on. Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, he sure did. Oh, man. Ate a nasty black mass, too, for his troubles. But love the House of Black. And then we had probably, I would originally say the second biggest upset in AEW history, because honestly, when Private Party beat the Young Bucks way at the beginning of AEW, I thought that was a ginormous upset. Action Andretti beat Chris Jericho. Clean. Mr. Clean. Spick and span clean. Spring cleaning. So I learned that Action Andretti wrestled in Maryland Championship Wrestling, and I think he's the champ there. I don't know a lot about him, but apparently he's the champ at MCW. It's what I've been told. But Action Andretti picked up a huge victory over the Ocho, Chris Jericho. Crowd went crazy. And what was funny about it, the crowd was chanting him, giving him a jobber chant. But then, sure enough, they ended up being on his side and popping hard for Action Andretti after he won. And then, of course, Chris Jericho had the temper tantrum backstage and throwing chairs and destroying stuff and crying. It looked like he was going to cry in the ring. I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but it looked like he teared up. Maybe it was just me. 1 second. Had to blow my nose. Okay. It looked like he was tearing up. It looked like he was about to weep. We also had Ruby Soho versus Ty Mello. Honestly, I don't know what it was, but I wasn't feeling that match. I wasn't feeling that match. I wasn't feeling that match. I mean, I know Ruby Soho got the victory, but I really wasn't feeling that match. And of course, you know, Anna Jay came in afterwards, and both Anna Jay and Ty Mello, you know, beat her down, beat Ruby Soho down. John Elite, yes, biggest upset in AEW. I'd have to say, yeah. Action Andretti, yeah, absolutely. Super Trebo, hey Blitz, sorry, I know this is off topic, but I got a feeling the Bucks are going to upset the Bengals. Panthers going to need to win bad. Dude, why are you still on this Bucks kick? Why are you still on this Bucks kick? Where's your faith? Where's your confidence? Come on, dude. They're not winning the Super Bowl, Super Trebo. They're not winning the Super Bowl. They're not winning the Super Bowl. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not winning the Super Bowl. They're not winning the Super Bowl. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. The Bucks will not win the Super Bowl. Anyway. MJF, Ricky Starks. Okay. What I hated about this, why did both the Dynamite Diamond Ring and the championship have to be on the line at the same time? Why? What was the point of that? Because Ricky Starks walks away with nothing. Like, what was the point of that? Like, what was the point of both of those being on the line? Like, I just thought that was really stupid. I thought it was really stupid. But the match was excellent. Quite the main event. Ricky Starks put up an excellent fight, and I still believe that he has a world championship run in his future. For sure. Like, this match is another proof of that. But just give it time. This is MJF's time to shine. Of course, you know, he had to cheat, had to use a low blow. But give it time. You know, this is MJF's time for now, but give it time. Ricky Starks will get into the picture. After the match, Bryan Danielson came in, pretty much scared off MJF, had a moment with Ricky Starks. So who knows? Maybe Bryan Danielson might end up being the one to dethrone MJF, but not anytime soon. I wouldn't imagine anytime soon. Rampage was good. You know what? I know a lot of people talk a lot of junk about Sammy Guevara. I know he's got a lot of heat, a lot of hate, but he put on a banger of a match against Jon Moxley. Put on a banger of a match against Jon Moxley. So, course, Mox got the last laugh, pretty much doing the bulldog choke on Sammy Guevara, making him pass out. Referee stopped the match. John Moxley and Hangman brawled. Security had to get involved, but it'll be interesting. I don't know. Maybe they'll have their match at Revolution. Maybe they'll have their match at Revolution. I think they still got to keep adding fuel to that fire and then really cap it off with a banger at Revolution. Or at least that's my thought. Then, of course, FTR did a promo. You know, they're building up pretty much a match between them and the Gun Club, Austin and Colton. We're definitely should be a good match. I feel like the Gun Club are, you know, up and coming, and you know, I think they can give FTR a decent fight. I think they'll give FTR a decent fight. So even though we had a match, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, against Sky Blue, of course, you know, Sky Blue wasn't going to win that match. But no surprise there. But we had a segment with Hikaru Shida coming down to the ring. Pretty much beat down Britt Baker with a kendo stick. Locked eyes with Jamie Hayter. Beat Britt Baker with the kendo stick. Stared and locked eyes with Jamie Hayter. Because remember, Jamie Hayter's next title defense will be against Hikaru Shida. Remember, Shida defeated the Bunny when she defended the Regina de Wave Championship, earning herself a title shot against Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida, that should be a banger. Definitely looking forward to that. Because remember, Jamie Hayter, who has competed in Stardom, has history with, you know, wrestling Joshi talent. So Jamie Hayter can definitely do the do. There was an interview with Preston Vance, who turned on the Dark Order, and he made it really simple. -1, little Brody, time to grow up. Powerful way to make a statement. Which also, shout out to John Huber, Brody Lee. I believe yesterday would have been his birthday. May he continue to rest in peace. Thoughts, shout outs go to his family. Happy birthday, John Huber, aka Mr. Brody Lee. We had Wardlow versus Exodus Prime. Exodus Prime, not really familiar with. And once again, still uses the Powerbomb Symphony. I freaking hate that Powerbomb Symphony. Hate that Powerbomb Symphony. But after that match, it led to a little promo and Samoa Joe pretty much saying that December 28th, I guess they're going to brawl December 28th. Wardlow challenged him. Looks like Samoa Joe is accepted. December 28th it is. Let's go. Main event was trios. A very interesting trios match. What's the record for Wardlow's power bombs? 10. against CM Punk that Wardlow still ended up losing to. Because remember, he did 10 power bombs, including one through a table, and was going to do an 11th one, but CM Punk reversed it for the roll-up and got the victory in one of the dumbest matches ever in AEW history. Others might disagree, but that was legit one of the dumbest matches in AEW history that made no flipping sense. Made no sense. Made no sense at all. And that's why I consider the Powerbomb Symphony as weak. Weak, weak, weak. The main event was a trios match. Kip Sabian, The Butcher, and Trent Seven against Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, and Justin Rose. Oh, I'm sorry. This was a 8-man. I'm sorry, 8-man. Forgot. It was The Butcher and The Blade, Trent Seven, Kip Sabian against Best Friends with Dustin Rhodes. This was announced during Dynamite that Dustin Rhodes was going to stand in the stand with the Best Friends, and that's how this match came about. Which I believe Dustin Rhodes, I think, is going to be retiring soon. I don't remember when, but he's going to be retiring soon. I don't know how much he has left in the tank, but he's supposed to be retiring soon at some point. But overall, good match. Definitely good to see Trent Seven again, which it makes me wonder if Trent Seven is signed, because that would be pretty big if Trent Seven got signed. I don't remember seeing a graphic for Trent Seven, so I don't think he's been signed. I don't think he's been signed, but I hope so. I really, really hope so. And then maybe eventually Tyler Bate will join. I love Mustache Mountain, so I have high hopes. I have high hopes. But yeah. Oh, John Elite says, I think Dustin said next year. Next year is his final rodeo. Gotcha. So next year. Okay. Appreciate the confirmation. Right on. That makes sense. That makes sense. Actually, let me see how old he is. I'm curious. How old is he? 53. Okay. Fair enough. Hey, I can dig that. One more year of Dustin Rhodes, I can dig. And not only that, had a great showing in this 8-man tag match and actually got the victory for his team. I mean, he took out everybody. Took out Kip, Trent Seven, got that Bulldog, got the victory. I mean, Dustin looked good in the main event for Rampage. I mean, he definitely looked good. Super Trebo says, did you hear the rumors about Mike Tomlin being traded possibly to Carolina for coach? Wolfsman. What? No way. What? Why? What? Why would he leave Pittsburgh to come to Carolina? What? He's been the most successful with Pittsburgh. Why would he leave Pittsburgh and come to Carolina? Well, you did say rumor. So, I mean, a rumor is a rumor until proven true. I would be shocked if they sent Mike Tomlin to Carolina. That would make no sense to me. What? Why? Like, why would he want to leave Pittsburgh? Like that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's wow. Let's see. But yeah, Dustin Rhodes shined brightly in that match. Also, prayers going up for Griff Garrison. He had to get surgery, so that's why we haven't seen Griff Garrison. He had to get surgery. I don't know what in, but hopefully he gets well soon. Griff Garrison is another North Carolinian wrestler, I believe from Wilmington, North Carolina, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so that's why we haven't seen Griff Garrison in a long while. He's getting surgery. So it's going through his recovery time now. Okay. WWE. Y'all want to know what's messed up? Y'all want to know what's really, really messed up? So, Asuka is now 0-6 in singles matches against Rhea Ripley. 0-6. Let me say that one more time. Asuka is 0-6 against Rhea Ripley. That is blasphemy to the highest degree. I don't care if she's getting a gimmick change or a character change. I don't care. 0-6. A Grand Slam champion who's won a Royal Rumble. Longest undefeated streak at WWE. Wow. And can't even get one victory over Rhea Ripley. That makes no sense to me at all. It was already bad enough for a long time she couldn't beat Charlotte. But really, 0-6 against Rhea Ripley? Really? Really? I can't wait for this character change because she wrestled with no face paint this time around. But I can't wait until this character change happens and we get the real Kana. Because I don't know if y'all know, the real Kana barely lost back in Japan. So once we get Kana, I hope she wrecks everybody. She might as well start another 900-day undefeated streak. I hope she wrecks everybody. It's been a while since we saw Asuka without the face paint, especially wrestling without face paint. I mean, she's known to do some interviews without face paint here and there, but it's definitely been a while. It's definitely been a while. I agree. So word is with Riddle. So the reason why he got injured, taken out by Solo Sikoa, that was WWE writing Riddle off due to him failing a second drug test. And apparently word is, I guess he's going to have to get rehab. So, yeah. So I don't know if he's just going to be, suspended or just is going to be away on rehab. I don't know, but really sucks for Riddle. Really sucks for Riddle. And, this is something that he's done before. So he's got to get cleaned up. Got to get cleaned up. Seth Rollins is going to get another shot at the United States Championship against Austin Theory. Adam Pearce ended up firing Bobby Lashley, but I mean, we know how that's going to go. I mean, we know how that's going to go. But yeah, just that whole thing with Asuka is just going to rub me the wrong freaking way for a while. So I can't wait until she gets the character change, because that's going to annoy the crap out of me. Also, Alexa Bliss is your new number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship after defeating Bayley. So once again, Bayley can't get it done. Had another opportunity to get back into the title picture. Can't get it done. Poor Bayley. Another reason why Damage Control is weak. Weak. John Elite says, I hope we get a proper Hurt Business run under Triple H. Nah, that ship has sailed. I'm sorry to say, but that ship has sailed. I mean, we don't even see Cedric Alexander, and we barely see Shelton Benjamin. Honestly, that ship has sailed. I think that ship has sailed. Once it got buried, I highly doubt that's going to happen. I don't think there's any way to fix that. After what they've been through and how it kind of came crashing down, I don't think there's no repairing that. There's no repairing that. As much as I hate to admit it. We're actually going to jump to SmackDown before getting into NXT. There's a reason for it. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. John Cena is going to team up with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, somebody that has destroyed John Cena and that's been a thorn at his side. And they're going to team up against Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. Like, really? Kevin Owens used to put together some of the craziest promos and humiliate John Cena. And now they're going to team up? What? Wow. Wow. I mean, dude, he was NXT champion, came onto the main roster and beat John Cena. And they had that whole angle going for a while that really kicked off that rivalry. Wow. And now they're going to team up. They're going to team up? What? I don't know how that makes any sense, but whatever. Damage Control had a successful title defense against Tegan Nox and Liv Morgan. But a masked assailant interfered, messed it up for them, ended up being revealed to be Xia Li. That was kind of random. Like, of all people, Xia Li just randomly interferes. I guess are we going to do a rivalry that includes Xia Li against, I guess, Tegan Nox or whatnot? I don't know. It just seems so random. It seems so random. Or what, is Xia Li joining Damage Control? I hope not. She does not need to be with Damage Control. I'm sorry, but she does not need to be with Damage Control. Period. That stable is weak. John Elite says, I thought the attacker was Chelsea Green before the reveal. Speaking of Chelsea Green, I don't know if you heard, John Elite, but the word is that Chelsea Green is coming to the WWE and will be the new leader of Toxic Attraction. That's what I've heard. That's what the rumor is, that Chelsea Green will return and will be the new leader of Toxic Attraction. And the crazy thing is, I could kind of see it happening. I could actually see it happening, as crazy as that sounds. Also, shout out to we got to see Uncle Howdy. So thought that was pretty neat. Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt bring their reign of terror to LA Knight. I still think it's interesting that LA Knight is caught up in this instead of somebody different. You know what I mean? Just LA Knight was not who I had in mind for the storyline, but it's whatever. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird. Shout out to Ricochet and Gunther. They put together a banger of a match. Of course, Ricochet wasn't able to get the job done. Braun Strowman rescued him after a post beatdown from Imperium. But Gunther is still your Intercontinental Champion and probably will be for a good while. Probably will be for a good long while. Also, we had a really, really bad botch. But yet, Hit Row still got the victory. Despite the bad botch, they still got the victory. And Hit Row, Ashanti the Adonis, Top Dollar, or your new number one contenders to the tag team titles. They win a triple threat against the Viking Raiders and Legado del Fantasma, which Top Dollar had a really, really bad botch. Was going for I guess he was trying to do a tope con hero and just botched it badly. Just couldn't get enough height and he still landed on his feet. But it's a pretty bad botch. But despite all that, Hit Row are your new number one contenders. Some say that Hit Row just looks different. Really, really different in a bad way. Without Swerve. So I can see what folks mean. I can definitely see what folks mean. But yeah. It doesn't really look the same without Swerve, in all honesty. Yeah, John Elite, very bad botch. NXT. So about NXT, you had quite some interesting matches. Ikemen defeated Javier Bernal. It was good to see Ikemen get some TV time on NXT. I thought that was cool. Odyssey Jones beat Von Wagner. Wesley defeated Stax. But it looks like we're going to get a storyline really turned up a notch between Wesley and Dijak. Of course, Wesley is the current North American champion. JD McDonough defeated Brutus Creed. They also had Toxic Attraction and and Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley. They had that. It went wild, went all over the place. Pretty much the match was just thrown out. But I mean, well, technically Toxic Attraction won by disqualification, but still, it might as well just have been a bust of a match ending. But Lyra Valkyria, aka Aoife Valkyrie, made her debut defeating Amari Miller, but I really didn't like that her finisher was just a top rope splash. I really wish she would have used the Perry Pataya, but it's just good that she's back. It's good that she's back. John Elite says, doesn't JD also have new music? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. It's okay, but I like the old music better. But yes, he does have a new thing. But yeah, that was definitely good seeing her debut. You have Duke Hudson defeating Damon Kemp. I did not expect that to happen. On the real, I did not expect that to happen. We had a decent build-up to the title match between Mandy Rose and Roxanne Perez. There was a promo earlier. Mandy Rose blindsided Roxanne with the title belt. And it got to the point where Roxanne was like, you know what? Bump this. I don't want to wait. I'm already the Iron Survivor winner. I want my title shot tonight. And sure enough, Mandy Rose accepted. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, after a hard-fought battle, which I got to give Mandy Rose credit. She looked good in this match. Got to give her credit. We have a new NXT Women's Champion. Roxanne Perez finishes off Mandy Rose with Pop Rocks to put her away to become the new NXT Women's Champion, which I had a feeling was going to happen, being that I felt like eventually this was going to come full circle for Roxanne to win. And the crazy thing is, Roxanne Perez came into this new year, or at the beginning of the year, as ROH Women's Champion, and she will end the year of 2022 as NXT Women's Champion. How ironic is that? It's crazy, isn't it? But there is a reason why Mandy Rose dropped the title at that moment instead of later, because she was supposed to lose it a little later, like I guess as later as NXT Vengeance Day, which will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I am going to. But not only did Mandy Rose lose the title, she has been released from the WWE. Now, I'll say this. I am not a Mandy Rose fan. I don't think she's good in the ring, personally. While she has gotten better since returning to NXT, she's still not that great in the ring. Just my opinion. I don't think she's that good in the ring. But I don't think she deserved to be fired. The whole thing came down to the situation where she had some very questionable racy photos on her special site. And I mean, they were borderline. Some may say were borderline X-rated. Now, I have not seen these. I have not seen them. Don't care to see them. It's crazy that Roxanne starts the year as ROH Women's Champion, ends this year as NXT Women's Champ. Yeah, I know, right? It is crazy. Should Mandy have been suspended instead? Well, here's the thing. Apparently, the word is she had been warned before. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, then I guess I could see why they released her. But if not, then I think she should have been given the opportunity to take it down or to whatnot. But it sounds like she had been warned, and it sounds like a breach of contract. So if that's the case, then I can understand what with them releasing her. My thing is, I just find it ironic. I find it so ironic that, I mean, let's keep it real, y'all. She was a character that was being pawned off as, the sexy eye candy. You know what I mean? So it's like, it really seems sad. It seems really sad because it's like she's been pawned off as eye candy for like the longest time in WWE, and it's just but I mean, the crazy thing is she makes more money on those sites, and I think she has an OnlyFans as well. She makes more money there than in her NXT contract. So I don't think she'll have any issues financially going forward, but I mean, I'm pretty sure she was very passionate about being with the WWE. You know what I mean? Especially considering she was caught off guard when she, found out the news, when she got let go. So it really sucks. It really sucks for her. But like I said, if it is true that she had been warned before, then I mean, it's really on her. It's on her. So yeah. That's really all I can say about that. It's a bummer because I'm sure she was booked to probably defend the title against Roxanne Perez at NXT Vengeance Day, which would have made sense. But it just sucks. Sucks for Mandy Rose. But I don't know if she'll get picked up anywhere else. Some folks say AEW, but nah, I don't think that'd be a good idea. Impact, maybe. But either way, she's making plenty of money. I don't think she's going to have any issues financially, personally. But you never know. But it is a bummer for Mandy Rose. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. And I'm not even a fan of her. But I get it. I get it. John Elite says she'll be fine for sure. Yeah, I believe so as well. So we got that. Oh, Sasha Banks. So it looks like Sasha Banks' word is done with WWE, and she is bound for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And word is she will be included for a Stardom show as well. So it looks like Sasha Banks is going to get her opportunity in Japan. I'm all for it. At the same time, like, it was also said that she wanted Becky Lynch, Charlotte type money. And I guess WWE felt like she wasn't worthy of that type of money because they felt like she has already peaked and that she won't go any higher than where she's peaked at. I mean, I can imagine that was pretty rough to hear. But I mean, I have mixed feelings about Sasha Banks because part of me is like, she should have done a better job of handling things instead of just up and walking out and just, whatever. I felt like she could have handled that better, much, much better. But I get the frustrations. I do. I get the frustrations. But I look forward to see how she'll do in Japan. I think she'll do well in Japan. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I'm kind of curious to see what kind of matchup she'll have in Stardom. Who knows? Maybe she'll compete for the IWGP Women's Championship against Kairi. Somebody that she's familiar with. So, John Elite says, you think Sasha's going to be Soraya's partner on January 11th? I hope not. Personally, AEW already has a stacked roster with their women's division. They already have way too many folks. And it's only going to be a matter of time before she gets lost in the shuffle. And it's just, I just feel like they have way too many women on that roster. So if Sasha is her partner, I feel like it'll be very underwhelming. I think it'll be very underwhelming. But I mean, it could happen. But I can't say that I would be shocked if it happens. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. AEW has been kind of hinted, I guess, but I hope not. I would rather see Sasha in Japan. But that's just me. Let's see. John Lee says, has TK announced a TV deal for ROH? So ROH Honor Club got revamped. Their subscription streaming service got revamped. $9.99 a month. They're going to have ROH Weekly TV on there for now. They're going to have ROH Weekly TV on Honor Club for now, which kind of makes sense, being that the Briscoe brothers are the tag champs and they aren't allowed on WBD. So that's probably the best that they can do for right now. So, but I'm sure that they will eventually get a deal at some point, probably next year. But we'll see. Super Trebo says the Colts, Jeff Saturday, are destroying the Vikings on a Saturday. LOL. Well, if you notice, Super Trebo, when the Vikings lose, it's usually pretty badly. But I'm surprised, but I'm not too surprised, because a lot of their losses have been bad losses this season. But yeah, that's the deal, John Elite. Right now, ROH Weekly TV is going to be viewed via Honor Club. Like I said, monthly subscription, $9.99. Also, word is that Vince McMahon wants to come back to the WWE so badly. And honestly, I think a big reason is because I don't think he has anything else to go to. WWE was his baby. And I feel like he has nothing else to go to. And they don't want him back. They do not want him back right now. They don't want him back. But he need to keep his butt at home. He need to keep his butt at home. Super Trebo says, I just think it's funny on a Saturday, a coach named Saturday is winning big. Hey, it's a magic day for him, isn't it? But nah, you make a good point. You make a very good point. You make a very good point. But yeah, Vince McMahon needs to keep his butt at home. I hope they don't let him back. I'm sorry, but I mean, he did it to himself. I mean, the scandals, like how he's been booking stuff, I mean, it's his own fault. It's his own fault. Yeah, John Elite, you're right. Vince should just stay in retirement. Facts. Facts. We don't need him back up in there screwing things up. So he need to keep his butt at home, stay retired. But I feel like the reason he wants to come back is because I really don't think he has anything. I don't think he has anything. So, I mean, it is what it is. But it sounds like he doesn't have anything. But hey, what's up? Big Mike says accept billions of dollars. Yeah, which is why he needs to embrace that and not come back and screw things up. Embrace that money. He's pretty much set for life. When it comes to money, he shouldn't have to worry about money. John Elite says, pretty sure that those that return will just leave again if he comes back. And that's another thing, too. That's another thing. Triple H brought many back. And I think that would also be threatening to some that would consider leaving if Vince did come back. I think you're right. I think you're definitely right. So I just don't think it's good business. I don't think it's a good business decision. But we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. I just really feel like if he comes back, it's just going to be toxic again. It's just going to be toxic. And so much is going to reflect from it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, a couple of miscellaneous stuff. Motor City Machine Guns are now once again Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, so they're double champions. Jonathan Gresham has signed with Impact Wrestling, and it looks like he's going to be in a feud with Eddie Edwards. Wow, did not see that one coming. But yeah, I thought he was more New Japan Pro Wrestling bound, but he's going to be Impact Wrestling. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, and check this out, y'all. Athena, the newly crowned Ring of Honor Women's Champion, will be defending the Ring of Honor Women's Championship January 21st at Prestige Wrestling against the Pink Striker Miyu Yamashita. Woo-wee. That's going to be a banger of a match right there. That's going to be a banger of a match. I can't wait for that. I might have to try to check that out, or maybe see about getting the live stream of that, because I might have to check that out. But that's pretty much all that I have for this live stream. Didn't Gresham ask TK for his release? Oh, I mean, yeah. It was shortly after losing the Ring of Honor World Championship against Claudio. that, you know, he had a temper tantrum and whatnot. So yeah. But now Gresham is Impact Wrestling bound. He's on Impact Wrestling now. So I hope he does well. I mean, I think he's a great wrestler. Just, you know, he's had some attitude problems, but I think he's a great wrestler. I think he's a phenomenal wrestler. So, I mean, at least there's that, but he just has some attitude problems. That's all. He just has some attitude problems. But anyway, there's so much greatness to look forward to when it comes to pro wrestling, y'all. It's a lot to get hyped about. But like I said, Stardom Dream Kingdom coming up in 2 weeks. Looking forward to that. And then the new year is going to kick off in a big way. In a huge, big way. New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom. Get hyped. Get really hyped. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. Anyways, that'll do it for this live stream. I want to thank everybody that came through. Thanks to all that for watching. And for those that are catching the archive later, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank y'all so much for another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend, and I will see y'all in the next live stream. Peace out.